Good morning, it is day 171 and I am flying solo on my way to Lumphini Park. So one of the first places we went when we first landed in Bangkok all those months ago. So a little revisit, relook, and yeah, hopefully I'll find out and discover a little bit more than I did last time. I was very green in the face and maybe Bangkok had taken me by surprise and it's all a lot to take in. So let's see what I make of it. And yeah, I'm doing it alone. Sarah is chilling out and resting in the flat, and to be fair, although she is definitely getting better, she is struggling with the heat and she can't really be out and about for more than 3 or 4 hours before the itching gets too intense. So it's going to be a hot day, and doing a lot of walking around is something that I think I'm probably more equipped to tackle on my own. So let's go and check out Lumphini Park. Good old Kevin. God, have you got Brian as backup? There we have. Good old Brian. I think I'm going to have to apologise to the lactose soy boys because I think I got their names wrong. I think Kevin is the one with the tattoo. I'm pretty sure it is, so yeah, sorry boys. I have made it to Saladeng, easy enough, and there are dog squads here, so they're doing the sniff test on people, and security is still high, so good thing to see. There's always security on the platforms and the walkways and everything like that. In general, security is taken really seriously here anyway. There we go, a couple of big dogs, but I wasn't quite so scared of them, even though one was a massive Alsatian. But I think I've gone the wrong way. I can't do this. I can't talk and navigate. Quick walk across the sky bridge over to Salom station from Saladeng, and I am approaching a big intersection here. And I remember when we first came here, I really struggled with this big intersection. Let's see how I do this time. It has got lights and I have got the hand of power now, and maybe a little bit more experience. Let's see. So Dusit Thani Park entrance there. So is that a big hotel complex? I think it might be. So here we go. Easy as that this time. Don't know what I was struggling with last time, to be honest. So here you can see that it's green for us, but they're still going to turn. So let's do it confidently, and let's get a human shield going on as well. And in front of us, a monument, and I think this is going to be Rama the 6th. I'm going to go and double check. Why do I think it's Rama the 6th? Well, he designated one of his fields, Saladeng Field, to be made into the park. It's the first public park there was in Bangkok, and when it was designated, it was the centre, or it was on the outskirts of the city, and now it is that slap bang in the centre of the CBD. So let's go and say hello. I don't know if I'm going to be out of luck getting any closer to this monument, because it's got a massive area, but it is all gated off, and of course there is security there as well, and it's surrounded by signs saying, yeah, you can't roller skate here. They really do not like roller skating over in Thailand. And you can only cycle a bike between 10 and 3, and there's no selling of any foods, and I'm sure there are a lot more rules, to be honest, because they're plastered everywhere. So I have the back of who I think is Rama the 6th. I am going to try and walk around the front maybe. I think this is as close as I'm going to get, and I'm pretty sure it is Rama the 6th. The name here is named Rama 6th Road, and yeah, it said so on the map over there. So it's a shame I can't get closer to pay my proper and due respects to the man who was a bit of a philanthropist. There we go, tongue twister for the beginning of the day. And it was a designation of Lumphini Park as a public park to celebrate his, I think it was the, oh man, that has totally thrown me. Whenever you get someone walking past, the mind goes blank. So it was to celebrate his 15th year of ascension to the throne, and it served a dual purpose. So it was initially meant to house a trade fair after World War I, as the whole world's economy had slumped, and it was an initiative to get Thailand back on the map and things moving all over again. So fair play to him. He didn't actually get to see the trade fair or the park because he passed in, I think, 1924, and it was opened in 1925. But he has left a long-lasting gift to the Bangkokians. As always, before entering anywhere, I'm going to check the rules and regulations. And what do we have? So no smoking, no alcohol, no gambling, no drone flying, no dogs. Guide dogs are allowed though, fair play to that. There is restrictions for when you can cycle, and yeah, no roller skating, but also it does say no indecency. And apparently, I'm not sure if it's still the case, let's say back in the day, it was a bit of a Bookham Common over here, and yeah, it was a place of illicit activity for men and women alike, I think. Whether that still happens, I do not know. Hopefully not at 10:30 on a weekday morning. That's as good as I've got. Yeah, it's a weekday, I know that. It would be such a great entrance to the park. What a shame. But anyway, can I see the King Power Mahanakan? So first memorial here at Lumphini Park, and I think I know what it is. I think it's a water aeration device. We saw these explained at the snake farm, the Queen Sirikit Memorial Institute, and I'm going to read and find out more, but that's what I've hazarded a guess at. I am feeling pretty proud of myself. It is a water aerator. It is the Chai Patana water aerator, and it oxygenates the water and helps prevent pollution and keeping the water nice and clean. And it was the invention of a royal, King Bhumibol Adulyadej. I did kind of know that, I just didn't remember his name. And it was granted a patent in 1993, and it is the first patent to be granted to a royal. And this sculpture was put up in his honour, his 80th birthday, 2007. And yeah, cool. You can't really see it from this angle, but looks like it floats around on the surface. Little turbine going, getting the oxygen in the water. There we go, our murder of crows. A couple of pigeons thrown in the mix. And lots of cyclists and runners making use of the park. I think there are around 2.5 kilometres of pathways here, so you can get some good runs in. Cycling between 10 and 3. I think it's 142 acres. It has some artificial lakes that have been created that have some plastic oversized toy ducks. And I will leave them too. Is it Tai Chi? Oh, they've got a couple of swords over here. Wonder how they got that through the train station. Beautifully graceful. I'm sure equally as deadly. There we go, he's got one behind him. And they're going to go and have a standoff and a battle. just walked through the floating island, which looks like it is, well, of man-made construction with lakes around it and loads of trees and apparently loads of monitor lizards. There are signs of them everywhere. I still don't know how dangerous they are. Whenever I've come across them, they've kind of got out of my way and they haven't been absolutely massive. But I will keep my eye out. And yeah, there seems to be a mixture of people doing like perhaps their Zen Tai Chi practice, and perhaps some like yoga, restorative meditation sessions going on where people seem to be just sleeping, and then also an intermix of, I think, perhaps people just sleeping as well. But yeah, it's definitely it's well used. There are loads of places to stop and chill and sit, and a great day to come and see it. It is hot, but I can make use of the shade, and I think this is called Aldrin Bridge. There we go. Nice bit of water, and you can see on all sides backed by busy Bangkok. A little bit of respite from the chaos that is. Rebel and rule breaker. Yeah, I say that as I walk down the cycle lane with a cyclist looking at me like, get out of the way, man, you're in the road. I don't know how people would run at this time though, particularly in this heat. It's still got to be about 33 degrees today. The humidity isn't terrible, but I guess I am toughening up to it a bit, and it looks like we have stumbled across some open spaces where perhaps you could have practice, a performance, some interlocking circles, and we have kiddie playground. There we go, let's have a look and see who it's sponsored by. Rotary International. Okay, the Rotary Club doing their good works, I guess. And they don't have any of that carcinogenic rubber astroturf. It's all sand here all the way. Probably helps with the drainage, to be fair. People of all ages here. Young people exercising, old people relaxing. Quite a lot of tourists as well, as you'd expect, I guess. And it's definitely a lot busier than when I last came here, but by no means is it overcrowded. Looks like they've got some tennis courts and a little workout area. It looks like it's in better condition than the ones at Benji Kitty Park. They definitely needed a refurb. And back over another bridge. There we go. People working out. It's something that I have, well, maybe you've noticed it as well. There does seem to be an emphasis on lots of older people staying in shape, doing exercise, being outdoors. Maybe it's easier to do, but it's hot here, so you still have to pick your time, I think. And we have big groups of tourists looking at the bridge. And do I know what the bridge is called? I don't. I would definitely have to research it. And where are we heading now? Okay, I think I may have gone. It looks like there's a pavilion over here. Let's go and have a little look. We have here. Let's have a little look. Library. Okay. Lumphini Library. Get a book, read it in the park. Quick return. HSBC hanging around in the background. And I've spotted another sculpture, and it looks perhaps like some kind of compass or gyroscope. The park is really well kept here, and the grass is obviously periodically being cut, but while I'm walking through I have my eyes to the ground because of those snakes. There are definitely going to be snakes here, and the little green ones, they seem to be like the deadliest of all of them. Anyway, what have we got? Well, I can see that There are the animals of the Zodiac on it. So let's have a little read. It is a gift from the Swiss to His Majesty the King to celebrate his 6th cycle through the zodiacal calendar. Was that his 72nd birthday? Seems to be the way. Every 12 years, lots of sculptures must pop up, and it is a marvellous piece of machinery. Lots of intersecting gyroscopes, and look, we have the creatures of the stars, and there we go, there's our rabbit. That's our boy. Chase that white rabbit. And inside, if I can fathom and figure it out, I guess this denotes the time, and it looks like the line dissects that. What's that? 11:30 something, and it is 11:30 something, so it is true to time. Yeah, what a great little piece of kit. He's quite a big boy. He's got to be what, 1.25 meters? Is he going to have a swim, or is he going to come and say hello? It looks like perhaps the Chinese pavilion has seen better days. A couple of our lion dragons guarding still. The Chinese pavilion, you've guessed it, it is a gift from the People's Republic of China to the government, well, His Majesty the King, on his 72nd birthday, so his 5th cycle through the zodiacal calendar, and that was back in 1975 apparently, if we can trust Google Translate. And it does seem like it's in better days, if I'm honest. It's fenced off, and I mean, it still looks attractive and weathered and worn, but perhaps it needs a little bit of a renovation and refurb. And I have a monitor lizard slinking around in the background. He's following me around, trying to take a bite out of my ankle, no doubt. And an outdoor workout area behind me. I'm not going to go over there and film, ruin people's workout. It does, let's go and have a little bit of a closer look at the monument itself. So it is coming up to the centennial anniversary of Lumphini Park, and I think they are planning on remodelling fair bits of it to celebrate that 100 years. So perhaps this is going to get decked out and changed. I don't know what the feeling is towards changing things up. Sometimes it's met with a lot of resistance, and the park is really nice as it is, but perhaps, yeah, the odd new sculpture here and there, and yeah, why not? The Italian-Thai friendship sculpture celebrating 150 years of diplomatic relations. It looks like there are some long-tail boats on the top, and then what are these they're standing on? I'm not too sure. From a distance I thought like musical instruments, but I'll leave that up to you to interpret. And the workout area for the old school free weights, and just down the road we have, looks like a bar set up for, yeah, some bar styles, calisthenics style, muscle up madness. The Chinese clock tower behind me does seem like it's in need of a little bit of love as well. Our relations frosty between Thailand and China at the minute. I don't know, all their monuments seem to be in a little bit of disrepair, and this one is definitely showing the wrong time. The Swiss sun-powered masterpiece is definitely the one to set your watch by. Yeah, it does need a refurb. And we have the Sagittarius sculpture celebrating 120 years of Japanese and Thai relations. This is a great one. A grand metal table, rivets and all, with, I'm going to say, they're giant eggs with the constellations on them. So we've got Scorpio here, and then we've got the animals going around the side. So where's our rabbit? Is this denoting perhaps space and time? And well, it's all trying to figure out our position and point in the universe. What this chair represents, well, is it a Japanese flag and a Thai flag, the two seats sitting opposite, and a big turtle in the middle. And then what have we got on the inner section? Okay, we have even more astrological anthropomorphic representations that I don't really know what they are. Canes, is that another star? system. You can always trust the Japanese to go above and beyond and give you exactly what you need when you need it, and that is some information and a breakdown of the Sagittarius sculpture, which is of dual purpose. Not only does it celebrate King Bhumibol Adulyadej's 80th birthday in 1927, it also celebrates the Emperor of Japan Akito's birthday on 1933, and they both share the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, hence the name, and it is an expression of time, agelessness, and the belief in the connection of humans and the constellation in this mysterious universe, as well as the everlasting relationships between Thailand and Japan. So I think my analysis wasn't too far off. So they are inquisitive little fellows. He has swum past a couple of times, he's made his way up onto the bank and he's stared at me, hasn't taken his eyes off me. I don't know, are they dangerous? Does he want to nip me? He's definitely not big enough to eat me. And there's a guy sitting on the bank, so they can't be that dangerous. I mean, there are quite a few people sleeping in this park, to be honest. A couple underneath the tree. Fair enough, midday heat, have a kip. And I have thoroughly enjoyed my trip so far to Lumphini Park. I'm gonna keep him in the background so I can keep an eye on him. It's great, all the sculptures celebrating international relations and friendships, and which is my favourite. Well, I like the timepiece. Oh, is he coming towards me? He kind of is a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna put up my umbrella so I have some kind of barrier if needs be. I think I'm gonna have a little wander on. I had an encounter with a herd of cows once where I held my ground and they wanted to get past me and they had young, and I ended up getting charged at and ran out of a field. I know you shouldn't run, but it was like 20 cows and the exit was only about 5 to 10 meters away, so I quickly jumped it and my heart rate went through the roof. And respect to field of cows, especially if they have young. But I think this park is absolutely great, and I love the Sagittarius sculpture. I think it is my favourite. It pulls in on lots of themes that interest me, and I think those two little seats, they're obviously for the respective royalty, and the turtle in the middle, I'm trying to remember my cosmology, and was the base, was it a big fish? Was it built upon a turtle? Does that represent the universe? Does it represent the earth? I'm not too sure. Let me know if you know. I am about to exit Lumphini Park through this gate from in front of the Swalumpy School, and I think if I hook a left I can perhaps find a walkway over to Benjakitti Park, so I'm going to have a little look for that. Okay, it's a big old road, but there is something to walk on. I think it's going to be up this way. Let me creep past. There we go, the little tuk-tuk. Okay, let me just double check my maps.